Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Alana and today we are going to be talking about my 2021 reading stats. So as of filming this on December 17th, 2021, I have technically finished 85 books, but I am this close to finishing The Eye of the World by Robert Jordan, the first Wheel of Time book, so I'm counting that here and now because we still have 2 weeks left of December. So I am saying that I have read a total of 86 books in the year. I feel like this is very similar to the amount of books that I read in 2020. I think it might be very close by a couple of books. So this is a really good average to uphold. My goal for this year I set at 65 books just because I wanted to enjoy what I read and not stress about reaching a certain point. So obviously I topped that by a lot. I had some really solid 5-star reads there as well. You can find that in my best books of 2021 video, which will be linked down below when it does go live. And overall, I just wanted to do a quick video to share some particular stats on the year that was in reading for me. So out of the 86 books that I read, 40 of those were actually audiobooks. I do have a bit of a commute to work, so audiobooks for me are very much utilized during that time. And I think that definitely can be seen here with nearly half of the books that I read being audiobooks. My best reading month was January, in which I read 10 books, which is astounding and very, very high for me. And my worst reading month will have been this month in December, where I'm sitting at 4 books. That makes sense to me because work in December gets very, very busy being retail book selling over Christmas, so I have less time in between. And also I feel because there's been a couple of big TV shows come out which I've wanted to produce content for example The Wheel of Time and The Witcher. I will leave those videos down below too if you're interested. But I have been spending more time editing videos and making content, so my reading has dipped a little bit in December. Overall, December just a very busy month. I also feel like there was more of a spike in the crime and thriller books that I read this year. Definitely a favorite genre for me to pick up with the audiobooks because I enjoy just the mystery of it and it keeps me intrigued while I'm to and from work. So that was really cool to see, especially since I've mentioned this in a video that I did recently, but I was predominantly a few years ago just sci-fi fantasy and teen YA there as well. But now I'm across more genres because it does help with work and I'm really enjoying just the variety of what I'm consuming as well. Having said that though, one little thing that I do want to point out on the fantasy side of things, I think I put out there this year or last year that I wanted to finish the Robin Hobb series, The Realm of the Elderlings. I got very close, but I still have 1 book remaining and I won't be reading that in December. So I've been reading this 15 book long series, or however many books it is, for a very long time. It's going across years now, which is good because I can then enjoy the content and not just speed read through it. And I feel like I'm gonna be kind of sad and nostalgic when I do finish the final book in the series, but I just thought I'd add that in here that I still have 1 book left. So maybe I will make that as one of my book goals for next year, to finish The Realm of the Elderlings finally with that final book. It's gonna be sad. It's gonna be great though too. I also read a few things via ebook as well with review copies that I got to access early before their publication date. I didn't tally these ones because I think it would have only been a handful anyway. And I don't tend to use my e-reader a lot because I do prefer the physical when I can, but I'm still very grateful that I did get access to early review copies throughout the year as well. So shout out to work and to the Nerd Daily. It wouldn't be an Alana video without the battery going flat. But yes, thank you so much for the avenues through which I got my early copies this year. I did just write down for my own personal intrigue the amount of books that I read each month and how many of them were audiobooks. Just by looking at this, I can see that the first 5 months of the year were very strong reading months for me. And then we hit the blip period, aka lockdown, and it kind of goes like this. I have months where I read 5 books and then months where I jump back up to 9, 4, 5 again, 9, 7, 8. It then goes all over the place, but the first 5 months were very, very strong, and then these last couple of months in the year have been a little bit weaker, but as I said, I did rediscover my channel as my hobby, so I'm grateful for that. I'm not mad that that did eat into a little bit of reading time. And now, just to finish off this video, I did want to set a book reading goal for next year. I'm gonna set this at 70 books. I think this is more than reasonable, but I also have some big life event things happening next year, so 70 is good. I don't want to set it any higher than that because I will be busy. And I'm sure some of these things will crop up on my channel a little bit more next year as I experience them. I don't mean to be vague or anything, it's basically just me getting married and things like that. So, 70 books is the goal for next year. I'm very, very intrigued to see what I pick up and what I end up loving. I do have a handful of anticipated releases that I will tentatively look forward to. But yeah, those were my reading stats for the year of 2021. Overall, a fine reading year, nothing wrong with it whatsoever. Let me know in the comments down below if you set reading goals or if you don't, because I love the discourse on whether it works for some people or doesn't for others. And that's going to be it. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you in another one. Bye!